Hi, and welcome to Global Gadgets on CIB24. I'm your host, Phil Mitrovic. In this episode, I'll be talking about how Harvard bioengineers have managed to take 3D printing to a whole new level. The researchers have built a machine with multiple printing heads, each of which pour out a different biological building block in order to make tissue and blood vessels. Now, you may be asking yourself, what purpose could this achieve? And there are multiple ones, some of which include testing drugs on a living 3D medical model in order to see if they are effective and beneficial for our well-being. Drug testing on living tissue samples could possibly take the worries off an animal activist's mind. Since we'd be testing the medicine on a tissue that's almost identically the same as ours, there'd be no need to test it on other animals. Doctors will even be able to track the genetic differences in the treatment's rate of effectiveness before giving it to humans so that we're guaranteed the best results.
Transplant the parts directly into patients.
So we're actually testing a lot of these structures right now experimentally. The way it works is the cells are able to anchor onto the scaffold. They start making new tissue, and as that starts to happen, this scaffold goes away.
An ear takes between 4 to 6 hours to make, printed with what's called bio-ink, a mixture of biodegradable gel and actual human cells.
The tissue is constructed by 3 bioinks that are placed down by separate printing heads. The first ink has a cellular matrix. This is a complicated mix of protein, water, and carbohydrates that link individual cells together to form tissue. In a field test, the Harvard team noticed that when they injected human endothelia cells into the vascular network, the cells regenerated the blood vessel lining. The second printing head has extracellular matrix and living cells. Finally, the third one creates blood vessels that melt while they cool. To get the melted remains out of the tissue, the researchers chill the sample and suck out the ink to leave behind hollow tubes. Later, blood vessels begin to fill them up. 3D printing live tissue is a great step for medical science. Imagine a scenario where someone loses a hand from an injury or disease, maybe even frostbite. Then a surgeon could input detailed scans of a human body part into a 3D printer, alter them with design software, and finally produce a healthy and fully operational replacement hand. Just last year, 3D printing replaced 75% of a patient's skull. Soldiers, construction workers, and other high-risk jobs could take advantage of these new strides in modern technology to repair any injured or possibly missing tissue. If all is well after the new tissue is attached, they can at least stop and decide to see if they want to keep their jobs or find a field of work that isn't so hazardous. That's all we have for this episode of Global Gadgets on CIB24. We're all over social media, so you can follow us on Twitter at CIB24TV, like our Facebook page, and visit us online at CIB24.com. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time for more of the latest gadgets from around the world.